Guest Crew is a blogging community enabling advertisers to find relevant blogs and interact with the bloggers who own them to see if they would be willing to publish their content. This video is for the advertiser side of Guest Crew. Bloggers should see the companion video Guest Crew for Bloggers. If you do not already have a Guest Crew account, go to guestcrew.com and click either the word register at the upper right of the screen or enter your email in the large orange box in the center of the page. Once you've entered your email address, you'll see this screen where you will enter your desired username. I recommend you use your Twitter username so that you'll be easily recognizable. Enter your password and confirm it by retyping it. Re-enter your email and confirm that by retyping it as well, and then enter the CAPTCHA. Read the terms of service and check the box to indicate that you have read it prior to clicking Register Now. Similar to any new accounts you register today, you will be sent an email with a confirmation link. Click this link to confirm your account. Now you can return to guestcrew.com, enter your username and your password, and click Sign In. Signing in takes you to your dashboard. If you're an advertiser, meaning that you wish to pay bloggers to publish content for you, click the blue Go Advertiser button. Clicking Go Advertiser will bring you to your dashboard. This is where you can see an overview of everything you've done as an advertiser. To get back to this page, you can always click Dashboard, click Go Advertiser, and you're back here. The number one thing that you're going to want to do as an advertiser is start a new campaign. Click on Start a New Campaign, and you'll see this form to fill in to start your guest blogging campaign. Your campaign will need a name. A campaign may consist of multiple posts, and that's why you need to organize them by campaign. You might do 10 posts for a client, or 3, or only 1. You put in the campaign name. One way to do that would be to use the name of the business or the specific project you're working on, and then to number it in case you do additional posts in another campaign. For the niche, select whatever is closest to the subject. The campaign type is a guest post or sponsored posts. A sponsored post is a review post that does a review of a product, service, or site. It can be promotional, like an advertorial. So a sponsored post is a review of whatever you're promoting. A guest post is where the actual content of the post is an informational article on a related topic. Under backlinks, you need to select no follow or do follow. Although we do use metrics like minimum page rank or minimum Alexa rank or domain authority or Moz rank, they're primarily used to identify blogs that actually have an audience. The blogger budget depends on the number of articles. So if you wanted to set this to $100 for a post, your entire budget could only be 1 article and the total would be $100. But if you wanted, say, 3 articles, the total changes to $300. This automatically calculates the total amount for you. You can set some requirements on the blogs you wish to publish your content. In Publisher Notes, you could, for example, put what specific types of blogs you want to publish your content on. For example, you might only want blogs in a specific countries or particular niches, or with a specific type of following, such as a strong following on a specific social network like Facebook or Pinterest. You could even specify that you only want blogs whose content gets picked up by Google News. Once you have all the fields filled in, click Save Campaign and Next. If you fail to fill in a required field, you'll get a red warning that says this field is required. Fix that and then click Save Campaign and Next. Your campaign has been successfully saved as a draft will appear, and this is when you can add your articles. If you create a campaign that requires 3 articles, you're going to add 3 articles by clicking on Add New Article. This process is fairly self-explanatory. You put the article title for your first article in the article title field. Put a short description of your post here. That's what the blogger will see. And enter the content. If your article is in text, you can copy and paste the text into this box, and you can add some formatting using these tools here. If your article was written, say, in a blog, and you want to copy and paste the HTML, click Source and paste it into this window, and then it will pick up all the formatting that's already on the content from where you wrote it. Tags help the system determine which blogs should see your content. So enter the tags here that best describe the type of content you're providing. Put your author's bio in the author bio box or indicate that no bio is required. This box also has a source button so that you can paste HTML formatted copy into the box. Click Save Article. It should say the article has been successfully published, and it'll be brought back to the same screen where it'll tell you how many more articles you need to add. 2 more articles need to be added. Click the New Article button again and complete the process as many times as required to have all of your posts entered for that specific campaign. If you don't have an article already written, instead of adding articles, you could actually just type in where the article would normally go that you want the blogger to write the article themselves. Just fill in the fields with write the article yourself and mention the requirements and details in the author section. As you can see, I've now entered 3 sample articles. And you notice that I have an error in the title of the second post. You can edit your articles after you've submitted them. Click Edit and change the error. Make sure everything else is correct and click Save Article again. It's successfully edited, and we're now coming back to the article page. While we're here, I want to point out some links that you'll only see when you mouse over them. This is the overview of that post. This will take you to the offers you receive. This is where we edited it before. And Check Reputation takes you over to the forum. From here, you might want to click the back button. Where we really want to check reputation is by clicking on Offers. And then right here, you see the reputation for this offer is 0. That's because I haven't been overly active on Guest Crew. So some of the newer members would have a 0 there. Once a campaign is completed, both the blogger and the advertiser give reputation feedback. That's where this reputation number comes from. You can see that your campaign is now 70% complete, and it's time to decide how you're going to pay. The traditional method at Guest Crew was for you to pay up front by buying credits. The little question mark here tells you more about each option. You have chosen to pay up front. At the end of this campaign, you will be asked to make payment. If you do not have a PayPal account, you can contact the admin of Guest Crew using the contact page at Contact Us and ask them to arrange some other payment method for you. Click the OK button to close the pop-up. Pay later, if you click that question mark, tells you you have selected to make the payment later. You won't be using Guest Crew credits for this selection. You will be paying the blogger directly. Once you select an offer and the blogger published your post, you will have 7 days to make the payment. Failing to do so can get your post unpublished and your account banned by Guest Crew. In this video, we will show both processes. Let's start with Pay Up Front. We'll click Pay Up Front, close the pop-up box by clicking OK, and Submit. Add credits. It will tell you how many credits you currently have. For this campaign, I need 300 credits. Your campaign will be saved as a draft for now. You can go buy credits if you don't already have them. So if you don't have credits now, you have to click Buy Credit. Clicking the Buy Credit button will take you into your PayPal so that you can log in. If you have a PayPal account, you can just click it and log in here. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can create one or pay as a guest by filling out this form. As you can see, if you click Have a PayPal account, it'll take you to another page where you'll simply log into your PayPal. If you already have enough credits, you can click Pay Now. You'll end up with a message that either says that you successfully paid, or it will say you don't have enough credits, and it'll take you into your PayPal process again to buy some more. Once you've paid, your campaign is complete. Remember that you can always go to Dashboard and click Go Advertiser to go back and see what your campaign status is. Scroll down past where it says Overview and you can see your campaign drafts, pending review from admin, and live campaigns. View All Posts shows you the posts that we entered earlier, if they've already been approved by the admin at Guest Crew. The 3 posts we just paid for have not yet been approved by admin, so they don't appear here. Those posts would appear under Pending for Review. If we hadn't submitted the post we had created earlier, they would still be sitting in draft for us to finish putting our campaign in. Our posts are now in Pending and Review. As soon as they're approved by the Guest Crew admin, they will show up in Live. If for any reason they are not approved, they'll show up in Returned, and that's where you can go and see what changes need to be made so that you can resubmit them. If your campaign shows up in Returned, your credits will be returned to you. Look for the notes from the editors and mods telling you what you need to change, edit those posts, and resubmit. Last time we showed you how to do a traditional Guest Crew campaign where you're paying ahead of time by buying credits from Guest Crew, so that the money is held in escrow and Guest Crew will actually pay the blogger after the content is published. Now I want to show you the process for the new style of Pay Later campaign. I submitted another campaign with just 1 post in it, and I'm on the Mark Completed and Pay page. This time we're going to select Pay Later. This explains what the Pay Later means. Click OK and click Submit. We momentarily saw that we had submitted, and we are redirected to the Live Campaigns page. As we mentioned before, the new campaigns are not actually on the Live Campaigns page because they haven't yet been reviewed by the Guest Crew mods. Therefore, they are going to be in Pending for Review. Here we can see the original test campaign we did with the 3 articles that was paid using Guest Crew credits or coins, as they sometimes call them. And we see the new one that we created as a Pay Later campaign. Once the admins approve your new campaign, it goes live where the bloggers can submit their offers. I thought you might want to see what goes on the blogger side, so here's a section from their video on how to make offers. By having a very thorough understanding of how the bloggers take your content and put it on their blog, you'll be able to help them if they need help and they haven't seen the video. Although it would be best for you to recommend to them that they go watch the video Guest Crew for Bloggers. Accepting campaigns is one of the most important tasks a blogger will complete. By going to your dashboard and clicking on Pending Offers, you can apply for content that you'd like to publish. When you click Approve Offer, you see this screen, which allows you to choose which blog, if you have more than one, when you think you can publish this within 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, or a month, and you can make an offer. Put something compelling in the Make Your Offer field, such as when you can publish their content immediately, how much social media influence you have on which specific social networks, how large your audience is, how engaged your readers are, the average number of comments per post, stats for your blog such as domain authority, page rank, Moz Trust, Moz Rank, that kind of stat. You're trying to get their attention so that they choose your blog over the other blogs that are also making offers. Publisher notes are notes that the advertiser would put in, specifying what kind of blog offers they're looking for. They might have in this field a minimum domain authority or page rank, or a specific country or a specific type of blog. So always check there and make sure that your blog meets their requirements before you accept the offer. Once you have this all filled in and you've got your PayPal email address set, you now can see that there's an accept offer button that was not there before. We can click that accept offer button now. As you can see, that post we just made an offer on has disappeared from pending offers and will now be in the applied section. This is another pending offer. I want to show this to you because this is the traditional way that Guest Crew works. Notice that there's no longer a field for your PayPal email address. This is because Guest Crew has taken the money from the advertiser and put it into escrow to ensure that the bloggers get paid. This is an example of some of the specifications an advertiser might put on the blogs. You always want to check this to make sure that your blog fits the requirements of an individual advertiser. In the publisher notes, the advertiser might have specified what countries they would like the blog to be in, or what specific niche, or maybe what page rank or domain authority or Moz rank. These are all rankings that various organizations use to indicate how influential a blog is. They might also put in this field that they do not want free hosted sites, blogs that are on Blogspot or on WordPress.com. Or they may even specify that they only want to publish on blogs whose content is picked up by Google News. Notice we now have no posts in pending offers because we've already applied for the two that were in there. We can see all the posts we've applied for by clicking on Applied. Posts stay here while advertisers decide which blog they want to choose for each piece of content. Once the bloggers start making offers, you can go and look at those offers and choose one for each article. Go to your dashboard, click on Go Advertiser, click on View All Posts. After Guest Crew has approved your content, your new campaign, it will disappear from pending for review and show up in Live. Once you're in Live, you need to click on the campaign that you want to look at. Now this is a little confusing. Previously on Guest Crew, you were limited to 5 offers, and as the offers came in, this number would increment from 1 to 5. They've now opened it up so that you are not limited to only 5 offers, and so the number of offers does not increment. You have to click on Offers to actually see any offers that have come in. Here's an example of an offer. As you can see, the status is applied. The offer was made by GrowMap, that would be me. You can actually see my blog right here. If you were to click on that or right click and open in a new tab, you can actually go look at the blog, scroll through it, read the content, see how many comments, that kind of thing. Evaluate each blog offer that comes in. To see the actual offer that I made, click on the little examining glass, magnifying glass. This is the offer information, the blog name, and it's a live link, when I would publish it, and what I wrote in as an offer. In this case, I said I can publish your post this week. All new content on GrowMap is retweeted by at least 30 influential bloggers who often also share it on additional social networks. And I can also promote your content on Just Retweet and or Viral Content Buzz for additional reach and visibility. So this is what I would say to try to get you to pick me to publish that post. Now, as the advertiser, you're probably going to want to wait for several offers. Examine each blog, make sure that it's up to the standards that you're looking for, that it meets the requirements that you have, and then choose one. The one that you choose, you click the check mark. The one that you don't want to use, you click the X. Once you click the check mark, It says, are you sure you want to approve this offer? All other offers will be automatically rejected. So you don't actually have to X each one, but as you're receiving your offers, if you see some sites that they just don't suit you, go ahead and reject them. Save the ones that you think might be the one you want, and then when you decide on one, click the checkbox and click OK. When an advertiser selects your blog, that post will come to you in assigned. Bloggers should remember this. Assigned is where you look for content when the advertiser has chosen you. This is where you go to pull that post and put it on your blog. To pull your post to publish on your blog, click View Article. Find the article you wish to publish now and click View Article here. Then scroll down and you can see the article source and byline. Click into the article source box, copy and paste the title into the title field in your blog. Then copy and paste the text into the text tab of your blog post, not the visual tab. This is important. This is a typical WordPress dashboard. I wanted to show you where the text tab was in case you've never noticed it. When you add a new post, you paste your title in the title field here, then paste the text from the article, not in the visual tab you normally use, but in the text tab. You see it looks a little bit different here? This is where you're going to paste your article. If you don't have separate bios, you're going to paste the author bio at the bottom of the text. Then click the author byline. If your blog does not have a bio section, you may paste this at the bottom of the post. If you do use visible bios, then you'll have to create a user for this author and put this in their user bio. This is important. Click the article URL where you have published and enter the URL of your blog post. Be sure to put the HTTP in front with the : / and yourblogdomain.com / the actual URL of where that post is, not just the URL of your blog. The best way to make sure you have the domain URL correct is to copy and paste it from your browser into this field. Now, you'll notice sometimes when you do that, it no longer has the HTTP in front of it. You want to make sure you put that back. Some browsers today are omitting this and others still copy it. That makes it rather confusing. Now, since I've already submitted this, the submit button's gone now, and all we have is a send a message to the advertiser button. Once you've published their content, you can still communicate with them using this button. Once you have entered your URL indicating the post was published, the guest crew system notifies the advertiser. The advertiser then reviews your content, ensures that it meets their requirements, and then marks their campaign complete. As an advertiser, it's very important that you mark your campaign complete. Until you mark the campaign complete, the blogger will not get paid. Be sure to check the article over. Make sure that it is accurate, that the title is correct, that the links are in the appropriate place. Click on them and make sure they work. Look at the bio if there is one. If there are any problems, contact the blogger. If you go up here, you can see that we have private messaging capability on Guest Crew. This is how you can reach out and talk to each blogger individually. Find the offer that the blogger sent to you in your mail, click on it, click reply, and send them a message. If you click on private messages, also known as a PM in forum vernacular, you will see when someone donates credits to you, or when an offer has been approved, or when new articles are suggested for you. Guest Crew is manually managed behind the scenes. When an advertiser submits a post, they don't have to count on the blogger actually going out and looking at all the posts. The people at Guest Crew will actually send them a message and say that there's a new article they feel would fit on your blog, and you'll get an email message like this. And you can actually read this in the forum. So this is just like an internal messaging system used on any forum. It's similar to email. They send you a notification, lets you know that there's new articles or that you've gotten some credit sent to you. Anything that they need to convey to you will come into your messages. And you remember that you can always see that up by your profile right there where it looks like little email messages, private messages. And so remember to always check your messages. See how the number went down because I looked at that one? If I look at another one, this number will go down again, and now it's 10. This shows you your unread messages, not your total messages. And you can keep quite a few of them in there before you delete them. And in order to delete them, you can check on them. And then scroll down, and right here, click Delete. You can also save them. Oh, see, it says selected messages have been deleted. You can also scroll down and move individual messages by checking on them and moving them into another folder. As you can see, the default folders don't give you any reason to do that, but if you scroll up here under Edit Folders and click on that, you can actually create other folders. So you might save published posts. If you wanted to save all the messages related to the published posts, you could create a folder. You call it Saved Published Posts and click Update Folders. And now it's going to send me back to the inbox. And now I could check a post and choose that folder, Save Published Posts, and actually move it. We'll go ahead and move one of these just so you can see how that works. Check on the messages you wanted to move. Choose the folder you want to move to. Click Move To. And now that message will be moved into that folder, which I can see up here. There's my folders. Here's the new folder. If I click on Save Published, I can see that that message is now in that folder. This allows you to organize your messages. You'll want to delete your messages so that you don't have them sitting in there. Either move them to a saved folder or delete them when you're done with them. And that'll just make it easier for you to keep up with whether you need to do something with messages, whether they're new or whether you've already done something with them. Guest Crew is the only blogging community that allows bloggers to list blogs they do not own. If you are a regular contributor or guest blogger on other sites, you can list your authorship to accept posts for those sites. Guest Crew has been used to place content on sites like Huffington Post, Examiner.com, Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, The New York Times, and Business Insider, according to the owner. While some advertisers may be looking for free publishing, most now realize to place content on top sites, they need to compensate bloggers for their time. Ready to get started? Right after you join the Guest Crew community, be sure to complete your profile. Click on My Profile in the top right corner. This will show you your account summary. On the left side, under your profile, we have options for Edit Profile, Change Password, Change Email, Change Avatar, and Change Signature. The signature is for the forums. Click on Edit Profile. Because Guest Crew is built on forum software, it has some optional fields that you may or may not want to fill out for your date of birth and etc. But you do want to make sure you put your website URL in, and it must have the http:// in front of the domain name. Scroll down and click on View Profile to see what your profile will look like for others. As I mentioned before, Guest Crew is a forum. You can click on Forums to see what's going on in the community. The official Guest Crew forums at the top include introductions, rules, and several other posts that you'll want to look at. They also sometimes run contests You'll find information about these contests in the contests section. There are two major discussion groups. One is for discussing business, such as internet marketing and copywriting, and the other is for guest blogging discussions. You can find out more about Guest Crew by clicking on the About Us tab. They also have a blog where they post useful information regarding using the platform and guest blogging. To make it simpler, you can also just click the FAQ tab to get to the FAQs. At the top of the FAQ page, there's a link to the site guide infographic on how Guest Crew works. This is a very valuable page, and you can go through this infographic that explains how the process works, the same process that we've explained in the videos. If you click back, there's also a frequently asked questions forum where you can ask questions, and that there's an FAQ for bloggers and for advertisers. You can reach these from this link or from the top of the FAQs by clicking on these links, Blogger FAQ and Advertiser FAQ. Here's the Blogger FAQ, and here's the Advertiser's FAQ. On the Advertiser's FAQ, there's a thread, How to Start a Guest Blogging Campaign. So this is where you can see in writing and in screen captures the process that we've explained in this video. It has some additional details, and so you don't have to remember everything or keep playing the video over and over. You can go find this page and use it on how to start a guest blogging campaign. Okay, if we go back to the FAQ page, right here there's also another thread on the forum FAQ page that says, How does Guest Crew work? Clicking on that link gives you another great post that has a complete explanation of how it works with the infographic and the links at the top of the page for various FAQ pages. So you shouldn't have any problem figuring out how to navigate the system now that you have a video and some FAQs and an infographic and the forum. But if you do, remember to use the Contact Us tab to reach Uterin, or you can reach out to me. This is where you might find additional information for anything that's not covered in this video or that you want to be reminded of. If you need to contact the owner, use the Contact Us tab. There's additional information at the bottom of the forums page where sometimes people want to buy or sell content, websites, or services. So we hope you'll want to come and check out Guest Crew, see what it can do for you. If you have any questions, you can contact the owner through the Contact Us tab. You can also ask Gail at GrowMap. That's at GrowMap on Twitter or on Skype, username GrowMap, and we'll be happy to give you a hand. Welcome aboard.